So we'll do our press conference now for our winners of the Goodyear 4 Hours of Silverstone, and for the third time this year, they either win or they don't get any points. It's IDEC Sport, the number 18. Jamie Chadwick, Mathys, Jaubert and Daniel Juncadella. Have to point out, IDEC Sport, when we were last here, won here, so it's 6 years later, you carry on the tradition. Thank you. Jamie, home win after 2 races in Imola and Spa where it was disappointing. You come back with a win here at home.
Very special. I mean, winning at home in the rain like this feels fitting. But, you know, it's funny because I think Spa and Imola, we had maybe a bit more performance, but didn't quite get the result. And then here, I think we felt on the back foot all weekend. And then suddenly, the way that the race panned out, 2 great drives from these 2, put us in a position to get another win, which feels like how it's fallen for us this year, which has been a bit unexpected, but also, couldn't be happier for the whole team.
It also puts you back in the championship hunt with 75 points, only 6 points now behind VDS going into the final round.
Yeah, I think something we've not actually looked at too much. I think the VDS have a lot of raw speed and performance. We seem to do a good job when it comes to putting races together, so I think anything can happen in Portimao, but we're going to do our best and see what we can do at the last one.
We have to talk about the interruptions. We had 2 red flags during your stint. How did that upset everything, or was it just that's racing?
I think it's part of racing. Obviously, not ideal to see 2 big shunts. I think we've got mixed class racing, which is always a lot of fun, but I think sometimes you obviously don't want to see these incidences. From a personal point of view, I think we're a bit off strategy, which kind of eventually worked out for us. But made my stint a little bit challenging, being a bit out of position, but still. Always nice driving at Silverstone, and I missed this glorious weather, so I was happy with my stints.
Mathys, you took over. Congratulations on your 3rd win of the year. Again, I think your smile says it all. A great result in very, very difficult conditions.
Yeah, it was very difficult. I start on completely dry track, and at the end some drop of rain, so it was very funny, very slippery track, and it was all about pitting at the right time for the wet tires. That we did perfectly to put the car in first position. A lot of fight during my stint. It was my first time that I'm doing the 2nd stint this year, so very funny.
How difficult was it out there? As you said, Jamie had mostly dry, Danny had the complete wet, you had the changeable conditions. How difficult was it to judge?
It was very difficult. I was a bit lucky to be behind some drivers, then you can look at what they are doing, and if they are doing mistake, you just pull a bit back. But it was tricky, especially in some corner in sector 2. You need to take some margin everywhere. But at the end, we did very well.
Danny, you took over the car. I think you had the hardest stint because you were terrible conditions, but you seem to be reveling in those conditions in the wet.
Yeah, I normally enjoy these conditions. Honestly, I know it might have looked like a very hard stint from outside, but when you're leading, it's always also better. And that's thanks to my teammates and the team for putting me in that position. I think, again, amazing call from the team to pit at the right lap. From these guys, obviously, to stay out of trouble. I enjoyed it. I think the car was much stronger in the wet than in the dry. And here we are again, winning a race, which is unreal, unexpected. It was a lot of fun.
I have to talk about the Inter-Europol. They were giving you a hard time out there. Nick was closing up. You were obviously aware of what was going on behind you. The team were keeping you involved.
Yeah, I mean, beginning of that first stint, I saw the track was drying out a bit, and I know there was a lot of rain coming towards the end, so I was trying to be careful managing my tires. I had a bigger gap. I had about around 16 seconds, and I tried to manage that, but they obviously had a quicker pit stop because they pitted a couple of laps later. So it was tight. I think it was key just to stay in front. As soon as he was behind me, even if he was close, I knew I just had to stay out of trouble and I will keep him behind. That's how it went. In the end, the race was shortened. I think it was a good call because it was getting a bit tricky out there. But great.
Portimao's next, last race of the season, 3-way battle between you and Interpol and with VDS in the lead. Only 6 points, 7 points between the 3 of you, so it's going to be a great event in Portugal.
Yeah, I think we have to go with the same mentality. The first 2 races we won, we weren't even thinking about championship stuff. I think Imola was the first race where I had some thoughts that we need to score points for the championship, and I made a mistake on that race. So we just need to go race by race. Same here, we struggled in the dry. We were starting further back, but we just took the race as it goes and focus on only the race itself. And when we do that, it seems to go our way. So whatever the others do, I think that's not something we can control. We're obviously in the fight and we depend on ourselves. If we win the race in Portimao, we're going to be champions. So yeah, that's what we have to try to achieve.